You've likely felt it, that persistent hum of financial pressure, a subtle unease that often accompanies your relationship with money. Perhaps it manifests as a quiet anxiety when checking your account balance, a pang of shame after making a purchase you questioned, or a gnawing frustration over debt that feels stubbornly entrenched. For many, money isn't just a tool. It's a complex emotional landscape, fraught with unseen currents and powerful undertows. We strive for financial freedom, for the ease and security that a healthy financial life promises, yet often find ourselves navigating what feels like an invisible maze, where every turn presents a new challenge and the exit seems perpetually out of reach. This isn't just about managing budgets or choosing the right investment. It's about something far deeper, something that touches the very core of our sense of worth, our future, and our ability to truly thrive. Today, we're going to pull back a very specific curtain. We're not just discussing personal spending habits or the merits of different savings accounts. Instead, we're stepping into the heart of a vast, intricate system that touches nearly every aspect of our modern financial lives, the credit industry. Picture for a moment a digital labyrinth, engineered with staggering precision. Every financial move you make, every interaction with a lending institution, every application submitted, every payment made or missed. It's all meticulously analyzed, processed, and leveraged. But here's the unsettling truth. This analysis isn't always designed solely to serve your best interests. Instead, it's often subtly crafted to bind you, to keep you within its intricate framework, and sometimes to profit from your very anxieties. You see, the pristine promises of convenience, opportunity, and financial leverage that the credit industry offers often obscure a more complex reality. Beneath the glossy advertisements and seemingly straightforward terms lies a sophisticated architecture, a hidden operating system that dictates more of your financial fate than you might ever imagine. We're talking about unseen algorithms that quietly assess your every financial heartbeat, making decisions that profoundly impact your access to housing, transportation, and even employment. We're talking about terms and conditions deliberately obscured, not confused, but to trap you in cycles of debt, transforming what began as a temporary solution into a long-term commitment you struggle to escape. Think about it. Have you ever felt like you're playing a game with rules you don't fully understand? Or that despite your best efforts, you're always slightly behind, always striving to catch up? This feeling isn't accidental. It's often a direct result of silent mechanisms designed to keep you beholden, to maintain a delicate balance where you're just solvent enough to continue participating, but rarely empowered enough to truly break free. We're delving into how your most private financial data is not just collected, but sold and resold, becoming a commodity traded in a vast, unseen marketplace. We're uncovering how your very financial anxieties, the fear of scarcity, the desire for security, are often leveraged against you, manipulated to influence your choices, and prolong your engagement with systems that may not ultimately serve your highest good. The very concept of financial freedom itself, as presented by some facets of this industry, has been cleverly redefined. It becomes less about true autonomy and more about access. Access to their products, their loans, their credit lines. It's a subtle but profound shift, turning a noble aspiration into a form of continued dependence. This journey we're about to embark on is one from naive trust to stark, sometimes uncomfortable awareness. It's a critical look behind the curtain, not to instill fear, but to ignite understanding. Because understanding these disturbing realities is the critical first step to reclaiming your power, to shattering what can feel like invisible chains, and to finally navigating your financial future on your own terms. It's about arming yourself with knowledge that transforms you from pawn in someone else's game into a powerful, informed player, ready to sculpt your own path toward true, unburdened abundance. This conversation is an invitation to awaken, to see clearly, and to choose a new, more empowered financial reality for yourself. Now, let's peel back another layer of this intricate system, moving beyond the initial unsettling glance. What truly underpins the digital labyrinth we discussed earlier is often an ingeniously designed architecture that guides your financial trajectory, even when you believe you're making autonomous choices. Consider the vast array of credit products available to you, from various credit cards boasting different rewards to installment loans tailored for specific purchases. On the surface, this proliferation of options suggests freedom and personalization. Yet, a closer examination reveals a powerful, underlying homogeneity. Regardless of the flashy branding or seemingly distinct benefits, many of these products are meticulously engineered to function within a narrow, predictable framework, encouraging revolving debt, normalizing minimum payments, and ultimately ensuring a consistent revenue stream for the issuer through interest and fees. It's an illusion of boundless choice within a highly constrained system, subtly channeling consumers into pathways that, while offering temporary solutions, often perpetuate long-term financial engagement with the institution. Furthermore, a significant element of this pervasive system is the weaponization of convenience. In our fast-paced world, speed and ease are prized above almost all else. Financial institutions have masterfully leveraged this societal preference, offering instant approvals, touch-and-go payments, and seamless digital interfaces. Yet, this unparalleled convenience frequently masks deeply embedded costs that can quickly erode your financial well-being. Think of the readily available buy now, pay later schemes, which, despite their apparent interest-free allure, often hide late payment penalties that are far more punitive than traditional interest rates. Or consider the seemingly innocuous cash advance option on a credit card, which can trigger immediate, often higher, interest accrual from the moment of transaction, alongside a separate service fee, a financial ambush disguised as a helping hand. These mechanisms aren't merely obscure terms. They are deliberate structural choices that transform convenience into a premium, often paid unwittingly by the consumer. Diving deeper, we uncover the sophisticated application of behavioral psychology that transcends simple data collection. Beyond merely knowing what you spend, financial entities invest heavily in understanding why you spend, and more critically, when you are most susceptible to specific offers. They track your spending patterns to identify life events, a new job, a home purchase, a family expansion, moments of both heightened need and perceived opportunity. This isn't just about selling your data. It's about using predictive analytics to anticipate your emotional state and financial vulnerability. Algorithms are designed not just to assess risk, but to time product offers perfectly, presenting debt consolidation loans when stress is high, or luxury credit lines when aspirational spending is likely. It's an intimate, data-driven conversation happening about you, without your direct participation, aiming to guide your financial decisions through subtle psychological nudges rather than overt persuasion. Another critical, often overlooked aspect of this landscape is the expansion of the credit footprint far beyond its original intent. A good credit score was traditionally a marker for securing loans or mortgages. However, its influence has expanded dramatically, morphing into a pervasive gatekeeper for numerous aspects of your daily life. Your credit report can now impact your insurance premiums, determining how much you pay for auto or home coverage. It often dictates whether you need to put down a hefty security deposit for utilities, or even if you qualify for certain rental properties. In some sectors, prospective employers utilize credit checks as part of their hiring process, subtly linking financial stability to perceived trustworthiness and responsibility. This widespread application means that the metrics designed to assess lending risk have evolved into a broader evaluation of your character and reliability, embedding you deeper into a system where financial judgment permeates far beyond the realm of credit itself, silently shaping opportunities and limitations across your life trajectory. Ultimately, what becomes evident is a nuanced interplay where the industry doesn't just present products, but cultivates a specific environment. It's an ecosystem where the continuous maintenance of debt can paradoxically become a prerequisite for financial good standing, where paying off your credit entirely might even, in some esoteric models, be seen as less profitable or desirable than consistently carrying a balance. The subtle encouragement of perpetual debt, rather than genuine financial liberation, forms a foundational pillar of their business model. Recognizing this intricate dance, understanding that the system is often designed to keep you orbiting within its sphere, rather than launching you into true financial independence, is a profound and transformative realization. It shifts your perspective from passively participating to actively discerning, empowering you to question the underlying motives behind every shiny financial offer. Reflecting on this journey through the often unseen facets of our financial lives, a new tapestry of understanding begins to emerge. What initially might have felt like a series of distinct observations about the intricate mechanisms at play now coalesces into a coherent, compelling picture. We've collectively traversed a landscape where the overt invitations to participate in the financial sphere are merely the visible tips of a much larger, more sophisticated architecture. This isn't about isolated incidents or singular missteps. Rather, it's about recognizing the pervasive, intelligent design woven into the fabric of modern credit, an elaborate system that influences direction and opportunity in ways far more profound than surface appearances suggest. This deeper grasp illuminates how disparate elements, from the subtle prompts that shape our spending habits to the expansive digital shadows we cast, are not operating in isolation. Instead, they converge to form an almost gravitational pull, gently but persistently guiding behavior within predefined channels. Imagine being navigated by an unseen current. You still feel the sensation of movement, yet the true source of your trajectory remains obscured until you perceive the deeper flow. This pervasive influence reframes our understanding of financial agency, suggesting that true command over our fiscal destiny necessitates not just astute individual choices, but also a lucid comprehension of the environment in which those choices are made. The collective implication of these insights is potent. Our relationship with money extends far beyond personal discipline or market fluctuations. It is intrinsically linked to an evolving ecosystem that both facilitates and circumscribes, offering tools while simultaneously crafting the very parameters of their utility. This awareness invites us to reevaluate deeply held assumptions about financial liberty and the pathways to abundance. It's a recognition that merely participating in the game, however diligently, is distinct from truly understanding its underlying rules and the motives of its architects. The distinction lies in moving from a reactive stance, responding presented options, to a proactive one, discerning the structural intent behind them. This perspective shift is paramount. It's akin to finally seeing the comprehensive blueprint of a complex machine, not just its individual components. When we begin to perceive this intricate framework, how certain incentives are amplified, how access is granted or withheld, and how information about us is leveraged to shape our pathways, we move beyond a superficial engagement. The inherent design, once invisible, becomes profoundly apparent, revealing the subtle yet potent ways in which our financial journey has been consistently shaped, perhaps without our full consent or even conscious knowledge. This accumulated understanding is not intended to foster a sense of powerlessness, but quite the opposite. It cultivates a robust foundation for genuine empowerment. Having pulled back the pristine curtain, having seen the silent mechanisms for what they are, the ground beneath our financial feet feels different. We are no longer merely subject to circumstance, but informed observers capable of more discerning gaze. This clarity paves the way for a radical reframing of our personal financial narrative, imbuing us with a vision to identify not just the challenges, but also the precise point of leverage where genuine transformation can begin. The journey toward a more conscious and deliberate financial life hinges on this very moment of recognition, poised now to translate insight into resolute action. We've journeyed through intricate financial terrain, from the echoes of personal scarcity and shame to the expansive, often opaque architecture of the modern financial world. This expedition wasn't merely about uncovering isolated facts. It was about initiating a profound shift, moving from a vague sense of unease or perpetual struggle to a crystal clear understanding of the forces at play. This newfound clarity, far from instilling fear, is the bedrock upon which genuine empowerment is built, inviting us to see our financial realities not as immutable circumstances, but as dynamic landscapes ripe for intentional engagement. What becomes undeniably clear is that our financial reality is a tapestry woven from two fundamental threads: the vast, intricate external systems governing transactions and opportunities, and the deeply ingrained beliefs emotional patterns, and unconscious programming residing within us. The digital labyrinth we explored earlier is not solely external. It often mirrors the internal mazes of our own minds concerning money. True financial self-mastery, therefore, is an art of navigating both simultaneously, understanding the currents of the external ocean while steering with the compass of internal wisdom. This dual awareness reveals that real abundance isn't merely about accumulating wealth, but about cultivating a harmonious relationship between your inner financial world and the outer one. The unsettling truths we've uncovered were never intended to foster powerlessness. Quite the opposite. They serve as potent catalysts for reclaiming your inherent agency. Knowing the subtle biases, the deliberate obscurities, and the ingenious mechanisms designed to bind you transforms you from a mere participant into an informed strategist. This knowledge is your ultimate advantage, shifting your role from a pawn responding to predefined moves to an active player, capable of discerning the game's true objectives and crafting your own winning strategy. It's not about dismantling the entire system, but about understanding its currents so profoundly that you can navigate them with unparalleled intention, charting a course that serves your highest good. This illuminated perspective empowers you to move beyond reactive responses to a posture of profound intentionality. Every financial decision, from the smallest daily purchase to the largest long-term investment, becomes an opportunity for conscious choice, rooted in clarity rather than compulsion, blind trust, or habit. Financial freedom, then, transcends the simplistic notion of ample funds. It evolves into a deeply personal declaration of sovereignty over your choices, your values, and your future. It compels you to scrutinize every enticing offer, every promise of convenience, with a discerning eye, asking not just what is this offer, but what is its true cost, and does it genuinely align with my path to unburdened prosperity? Understand that this profound awakening is not a final destination, but the commencement of an enduring practice. It calls for continuous self-reflection, a commitment to ongoing education, and the courage to challenge both the established financial norms around you and the lingering limiting beliefs within you. The true work begins now, integrating this holistic understanding into the very fabric of your daily financial life. Cultivate an inner ecosystem of financial wisdom, where every decision is a deliberate, conscious step towards fortifying your self-sovereignty and constructing a life of genuine, expansive abundance, defined on your own terms. The ultimate abundance, we now realize, is not simply a number accumulating in an account or portfolio. It is a profound sense of control, purpose, and peace that emanates from mastering both the intricate external financial landscape and your intricate internal relationship with money. You are no longer merely a participant swept along by currents. You're the deliberate navigator, the visionary architect, the undisputed master of your financial domain. Step into this immense power. The future of your financial well-being, shaped by your unwavering intention and defined exclusively by your terms, awaits your courageous, knowing embrace. Knowledge breaks the spell. The moment you understand the game, you stop being its victim. Subscribe to Richchemy, where we expose the systems shaping your wealth, your decisions, and your future.